close your eyes.
Yun cautiously peeked her head out of her room, scanning the surroundings for any sign of movement. Satisfied that the area was clear, she closed the door softly and let out a deep sigh. Now or never, that's your chance. She encouraged herself, her heart racing. She reached for the jacket she had hidden under her long gown, and beneath the elegant packet she was wearing her trousers and joggers. She glanced around her room one more time. I'll miss you, she said dramatically to her room. With a final exhale, she finally opened the door and stepped out. As Yoon made her cautious way forward, she couldn't help but notice the hall gradually filling up with guests. The event was in full swing, and it seemed like everyone was arriving. Yoon's pulse quickened, and she briefly turned to glance behind her, only to catch her breath when she spotted her cousin standing there. Hey Yoon, what are you doing outside? You should be getting ready. Yoon's heart raced as she tried to appear nonchalant. Oh, I was just looking for Mom. Do you know where she is? Yeah, she's upstairs. Where are you going? Yoon asked, attempting to divert attention away from herself. I'm going to meet my fiancé, her cousin replied with a shy smile. The excitement evident in her eyes, Yoon managed to muster a genuine smile, giving her cousin a thumb up. Good luck. Leah's smile grew, and with a wave she walked away, dissipating into the crowd. Yoon watched her cousin go, her heart pounding loudly in her chest. Oh, Yoon, that was close, she muttered under her breath, her relief palpable. She took a moment to steady herself and continued to walk ahead. Her fingers were trembling as she reached for the doorknob, finally reaching to escape from the grand event that she had never wanted to be a part of. But just as her fingers brushed against the cold metal, her father's voice resonated through the corridor, causing her eyes to widen in panic. Without thinking twice, she walked into the nearest room, her heart racing. Yoon's breathing was raged, her back pressed against the door, calming herself down, but her attention was quickly diverted as she looked at the boy who was trying to commit suicide. He was ready to jump out of the window. Without a second thought, she lunged towards the boy, her arms wrapping around his waist just as he was about to take the plunge. Their bodies collided with a thud, and the boy's widened when he looked at the girl on top of him, breathing heavily. What the hell were you doing? I was just... Yoon cut him off, still on top of him. Her voice was filled with concern. You know everyone has a problem, but why do you decide to end your life? We shouldn't end our life. You should end those who hurt you, but never take your own life. The boy blinked rapidly, trying to comprehend her words. Look, whoever you are, I was not trying to commit suicide. Oh, you were not? No, why would I? You just wasted my motivational speech. Anyways. She huffed, annoyed, and finally stood up, her feet dusting her clothes. Jungkook stood up too as he looked at the girl in front of him weirdly. Look, before he could say anything further about don't tell anyone that he was doing, he was grabbed by his wrist and pulled inside the closet. She almost shoved him inside the closet and herself too before closing the door. Yoon, you are here. They both heard the voice and placed her hand over Jungkook's mouth, signaling him to remain quiet. The space inside the closet was cramped, leaving them pressed against each other. Who are we hiding from? He whispered. Yoon glanced at him in the dim light, her voice hushed. My dad. Now keep quiet. The sound of the bathroom door opening echoed through the room. Uncle, what happened? Another voice came, and it was her cousin. There, did you see Yoon? Oh yes, she asked me about Auntie. I think she must be upstairs. Jungkook and Yoon exchanged a sigh of relief as they heard the door close and footsteps faded away. Thank God. Just as they were about to come out from their cramped hiding spot, the door of the room creaked open again. They both instinctively tightened each other's grip, Their breaths held as they heard the flute step again walking around the room. Now who is it again? Shh, keep quiet. Stand away from me. Do you see the space I can't move? You are suffocating me. Well, if you pulled me into the closet, what was I supposed to do? Their whisper exchange was abruptly interrupted as the closet door swung open and both of them freeze. Even eyes widen as she looked at the known person. Now who are you? Jaman, thank God you're here. Dude, what the hell are you doing here? The car's waiting for you outside. Yeah, I was just coming until she put me in here with her. Jimin confusion grew as he turned his attention to the unknown girl. Who is she? None of your business, Shorty. Now give me some space. Jimin blinked, taken aback by the response, and then shot a slightly offended look to Yun. Jungkook burst into laughter, but his attention diverted when he saw the girl go out of the room. I'm going to. Good luck in your runaway, Jimin yelled as Jungkook jumped out of the window, leaving Jimin stand all alone there in amusement. Well, that was something. Jungkook dashed towards the waiting car. He yanked the door open and quickly sailed into the passenger seat. He leaned forward, urging the driver to get going. Hurry up, let's go. What are you doing in my car? Jungkook's eyes widened in disbelief as he turned to face the unexpected intruder. Excuse me, that's not your car. My friend booked the taxi for me. But I sat here first. I paid for it first. Yun groaned in frustration, her gaze shifting to the driver. Can you tell this man to get off? I'm sorry, ma'am. He paid money for it. Jungkook grinned, sticking his tongue out at Yun. She rolled her eyes. Now get off. Yun sighed, turning her head towards him. Now it's time for a special technique. Look, there's no taxi here and I'm in a hurry. Can we please adjust? No, I'm in a hurry too. We can't share the car. The driver, seemingly unimpressed by the situation, yawned and decided to take matter into his own hands. I'm going to buy coffee until you two decide who's gonna come. Jungkook's jaw dropped as the driver left the car, leaving him and Yun alone. Shit, no, please come back, you already. Yun plea fell on deaf ears and her eyes widened when they fell on her cousin fiance, who was approaching, and panic washed over her. Look here, she said, grabbing Jungkook's face to make him focus on her. Can you drive away the car or I will get in trouble? Jungkook froze at her unexpected move, but the driver left, so you can drive. It's kind of stealing his car. Yun groaned, crying impatient. Oh God, you holy man, just shut the hell up and drive. With that, she forcefully pushed Jungkook out of the passenger seat and into the driver's seat. However, as he shifted into the position, his eyes fell upon a familiar figure, freezing him in place. Jungkook, he can heard his father mouthing his name. His heart raced as his father's stern gaze met his. He quickly started the engine, his hand gripping the steering wheel tightly, and sped away from there. Whoa, that was a really close call. Yun exclaimed, leaning back into the car seat. Jungkook's eyes remained fixed on the road ahead, his grip steady on the steering wheel. The car's speed had finally begun to slow down. While suddenly so quiet, she directed her question towards the man who had transformed from being lively to oddly subdued. He glanced at her through the rear view mirror. Hey, come on, we are safe now. You can relax a bit. He took a deep breath, his shoulder easing somewhat, but his gaze remained distant. Okay, seriously, spill the beans. Why the sudden change in demeanor? My dad, he saw me. Her eyes widened in surprise, her mouth forming a small O of understanding. Oh, so it's a sad day for you, huh? It's the first time he laid eyes on you? Jungkook rolled his eyes. No, it's not the first time he's seen me. My plan was to make them think I got kidnapped or something. Now they know I ran away. Kidnapped? Seriously, that's quite the dramatic escape plan. Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time. Sure, what matter is we are safe now. And they both fall silent again, and he looked down at her dress, her expression becoming more annoyed as the heat in the sidecar intensified. This dress is driving me crazy. Without further ado, she rolled up the hem of her shirt, untied the shirt from around her waist, and pulled it out. Jungkook looked through the mirror with his done face. Does this girl stay quiet for a moment? I need to change clothes, mister. So what? Should I help you with that? Yoon gaze shifted to him, her brow raised in surprise at his suggestion. Didn't know you were a pervert. What? No, what do you expect me to answer? The next thing Jungkook knew, he was standing out of the car standing at the side on an empty road as Yoon changed her clothes at the car. I'm done. Jungkook turned to see Yoon emerging from the car, now clad in comfortable trousers and loose shirt, her hair tied in a bun. His eyes lingered on her for a moment, noticing the change in her attire as she made her way to the front seat. Jungkook followed suit and settled into the driver's seat. So what now? Yoon glanced at him, her expression pensive. I don't know. By the way, what's your name? I'm Jungkook, and you? I'm Yoon. It's not really nice to know you. The feeling is mutual. Yoon rolled her eyes now as she stared ahead at the empty road, unsure of their next move. Can I ask you a question? Sure, go ahead. Whom are you running away and why? Yoon gave him a side eye, knowing why should she believe in a stranger. However, she considered the situation. The fact that she was sitting beside him in a car, scheming together, made her reflect on the irony of her doubt. Well, it's a long story, but let's just say I was not exactly want to marry the guy that chose for me, so I had to do what I thought is best. Jungkook nodded, understanding her sentiment without the complete details. I can relate. Sometimes you have to follow your own path if it means going against what expected. Where were you going? I mean, you were suiciding. For God's sake, it was not a suicide. I was just jumping out of a 1 foot down window. Whatever. Why were you jumping out anyway? So, well, you can say I was in a weird situation. I just had to take the step. Running away was the best option. So yeah, here I am. And now where do you plan on going? I was going to stay at my friend's house, but the problem is it's out of the city. Yoon's face turned shape and then Jungkook asked again. So what about you? After that, where did you plan on going? I don't have think. What do you? Wait, don't tell me you don't have backup plan. I don't know, it was a last minute decision. What? Don't look at me like that. Listen here, I was not trying to run away from home, so it's my first time. Jungkook groaned. But does that mean you're going to stay in hotel? You can say that. I don't really have a place to go. Jungkook looked at her as her expression saddened, and annoyingly he knew how does it feel. Well, so let's go then. Let's find a place for you then. I'm hungry, Yoon whined, and Jungkook mentally smacked his own head, second guessing his decision to help her in the first place. The two of them had visited 4 hotels, each one of more expensive than the last, and Yoon's constant whining about her father connection only added to Jungkook's growing frustration. Jungkook couldn't take it any longer. She kept hitting on the car. Yoon, can you stop? No, I won't. I'm hungry. I didn't eat anything from the last day. Let's visit this last hotel and then we will find something to eat. Yoon fell back on the car seat, making Jungkook start up her response. Fine. He pulled up the car in front of a shop and placed an order for 2 burgers, 2 large colas, and a serving of french fries. They sat in the car, the anticipation building as they waited for their order to be prepared. As the order finally arrived, Yoon's expression transformed into one of the happiness. A smile appeared on his face as he saw her smile for the first time, even though it was not for him but for the food. But the smile was short-lived on his face as he watched that dollop of mayonnaise from her burger begin to drip down from her lips. Jungkook's smile turned into a look of disgust as he couldn't help but find it gross. Eat yours too, it will get cold. She spoke with her mouth full, and Jungkook looked down at his own burger, and then just drank the cola. He lost his appetite. Look, if you don't want to eat, can I eat yours too? Jungkook looked at her with disbelief in his eyes. You know what? Go ahead, it's all yours. Yoon eyes lit up at his response, and she wasted no time in grabbing his burger and digging in. Slow it down. It looks like burger is eating you. Yoon rolled her eyes, but she was damn hungry, and she don't care if anyone looking at her or passing comments. Isn't it what people do? So yeah, do whatever you feel like at the moment. You know, Jungkook's words were abruptly cut off when he heard the sound of sirens in the distance. His eyes widened as he saw the police car approaching rapidly behind them. Hold on, we have got police behind us. You're overthinking. They might not be after us. There would be a criminal around. Jungkook started the car engine and sped up the car. And the criminal is us. We stalled the taxi. Yoon's eyes widened, finally the realization dawning at her. Oh, shoot.